This is Earth, but not the Earth you know. A newborn world of fire.
4.5 billion years ago, Earth was nothing but oceans of molten rock, so hot that solid ground simply could not exist.
Above it all, a toxic sky with ash and metal vapors stormed. Space itself attacked this young planet. Meteor after meteor smashed down.
If you stood here, the air would melt around you. Heat so extreme it twists light and warps reality itself. Volcanoes taller than Everest erupted nonstop, vomiting rivers of glowing magma that reached from space. Earth looked like a burning ember floating in the void. No oceans, no continents, only fire and darkness.
Temperatures soared above 2,000 degrees, hot enough to rival the surface of a small star. This was Earth's first identity.
The atmosphere itself glowed with vaporized metals, turning the sky into a shimmering, deadly veil of orange light.
So how did a world born in fire transform into the blue planet we call home?
In the simplest terms, a spark, some gases, and the building blocks of life. Let's jump into the story behind this bold test.
You're about to see how life's ingredients may have formed naturally.
And how this changed everything in biology.
Ready. Let's dive into the origin of life.
The experiment didn't create life, but it created the chemistry for it.
That alone was groundbreaking. Because it proved life's building blocks can form naturally. All from a simple spark.
Now, let's explore their entire setup.
Miller and Urey first asked, what gases filled early Earth's sky? They chose methane, ammonia, hydrogen, and water vapor. These gases were believed to dominate the ancient atmosphere.
So they pumped them into a closed glass system.
Next, they heated water to mimic early oceans. Steam carried the gases upward, like Earth's real water cycle. Then came the most dramatic part, lightning. They sparked electricity across the mixture for nays.
Just like violent storms billions of years ago.
Energy was the key to forming new molecules. Inside the chamber, the gases began transforming under the electrical sparks. Complex reactions turned simple molecules into something more. Slowly, new organic compounds started appearing. One of these compounds was amino acids, the building blocks of proteins. Proteins are essential for life, meaning this experiment hit a breakthrough. And all of it formed naturally, without a single living cell involved. This suggested life's chemistry isn't magic, just chemistry plus energy. The mixture grew darker, showing molecules were accumulating.
After a week, Miller and Urey collected the fluid for analysis. What they found shocked the scientific world.
The mixture contained amino acids like glycine and alanine.
These are essential components of proteins in living organisms today.
This meant early Earth chemistry could naturally produce life's ingredients.
A massive confirmation for the chemical origin of life theory. This wasn't proof of life forming, but proof that life's ingredients can.
Life needs proteins, and proteins need amino acids. And amino acids need the right conditions, like sparks and ancient gases.
The experiment recreated those conditions perfectly. Later studies showed even more organic molecules formed.
Scientists repeated the experiment with different gases and got similar results. Here's our first real-world example: biology education.
Every biology student learns about this experiment as a foundation.
It teaches that life's ingredients are not mysterious, they're chemical. This one experiment shaped how we teach origins of life today. Many questioned early Earth's exact atmosphere. But the experiment's message stays strong.
Other experiments added carbon dioxide and nitrogen.
And they still produced organic molecules. Meaning early Earth could have formed life in many ways.
Second real-world example: studying life on other planets.
Scientists used the Miller-Urey model to test alien chemistry.
Places like Titan or Europa may have similar energy-rich environments.
If amino acids can form naturally here, maybe they can form there too. Some experiments even found nucleotides, the base of RNA.
This suggests life's recipe may be universal.
This suggests life's recipe may be universal.
Energy plus chemistry equals biology.
Energy plus chemistry equals biology.
But we still don't know the exact path life took. Miller-Urey gives us the first step.
It shows life may begin with simple reactions.
Third real-world example: modern simulation technology.
Today, computers recreate early Earth thousands of times faster. These models support Miller-Urey's findings with even greater detail. And they help us understand life's possible beginnings.
the experiment continues inspiring new generations.
Every year, scientists revisit the question.
Could life begin from chemistry alone? Evidence suggests, yes, it could. But how did simple molecules become complex cells? That's the next big question.
Researchers believe tiny droplets called protocells were the next step.
Protocells can trap molecules inside, like miniature chemical containers. Once molecules stayed together long enough, new reactions could happen. And these reactions may have created early self-replicating systems.
This is where chemistry begins turning into biology.
Miller-Urey didn't create protocells, but they created the ingredients. Their work opened the door for decades of discovery.
Many modern scientists now expand on their foundation. Some experiments use volcanic vents instead of lightning.
Others test freezing conditions, showing molecules form even in ice.
Life could have started in many environments on early Earth.
But the core idea stays. Simple chemistry plus energy creates complexity. And the Miller-Urey experiment proves that foundation. Their results shaped how we study origins of life, even today.
In 2008, scientists reanalyzed the original samples.
They found even more amino acids than Miller originally detected. Meaning the experiment was even more successful than first believed.
This boosted confidence in prebiotic chemistry.
And renewed interest in life's chemical origins.
Today, the experiment is still recreated in classrooms worldwide. It's simple, cheap, and incredibly powerful for teaching.
You see lightning, water, gases, and lifers' first ingredients.
Students watch complex chemistry emerge from basic elements.
Just like it may have happened 4 billion years ago.
The experiment brings early Earth back to life, showing us the world before plants, animals, or even cells existed. No oxygen, no blue skies, only storms and boiling oceans. But inside those storms, chemistry was working quietly. Working towards something we now recognize as life.
And it all started with reactions, just like in this experiment.
So what does the Miller-Urey experiment teach us today?
First, life's building blocks form naturally under the right conditions. This means life may not be as rare as we once thought. If chemistry can do it here, maybe it can do it anywhere. Second, you don't need complex cells to start life. Tiny molecules can slowly grow into complexity. Third, energy is the spark that pushes chemistry forward. Without energy, nothing happens. With energy, everything begins.
This shapes how we search for life outside Earth.
We look for places with water, chemistry, and power.
Like Europa's warm ocean beneath the ice. Or Titan's organic, chemistry-rich atmosphere. These worlds mirror early Earth in surprising ways, meaning they might hold life's first ingredients too. And all this connects back to a simple 1953 experiment. Two scientists, one spark, a breakthrough for humanity. Their work reminds us that big discoveries can start small. With simple tools and a bold question. They challenged our understanding of life itself. And pushed science into a new era. Today, researchers build on that legacy with advanced technology. We're closer than ever to understanding life's true origin. Not through myths, but through measurable chemistry. And every year, new discoveries bring us closer. The Miller-Urey experiment stays relevant because its message is timeless. Life begins with simple elements, simple energy, simple steps. Those steps built everything we see today. From the air we breathe to the cells in our bodies. All of it started with basic molecules reacting in a warm world. A world recreated in that small glass chamber. Even chaos can create meaning. Even storms can lead to life. And even simple experiments can change our understanding forever. The story of life is a story of chemistry, energy, and time. And we're still uncovering the next chapters. If you enjoyed exploring the origin of life, and that's there's so much more science to uncover. We simplify complex ideas so anyone can learn them.
So if this video helped you,
Consider subscribing to join us on the next discovery.